Hello and welcome. This video is brought to you by thestreamingadvisor.com. Tailor your entertainment with streaming. And what we're going to take a look at in this video is ESPN3 on Sling television. First off, let me show you how you get to it. You're going to go to your guide. You're going to pull up this channel listing here. You're going to select Sports and Apply, which pulls up all of your sports channels. You might see the heading here that says sports, but what that does is it basically shows you the things that are on versus the channels, which is good in its own way, but not for what we're trying to do here. So, you pull up your sports channels and you navigate over. You see ESPN, ESPN2, and there's ESPN3. And if you've never heard of ESPN3, what ESPN3 is it's an internet-based network. It has a lot of content. Right now it's just highlighting soccer. That's because of when we recorded this. But don't worry. On Saturday afternoon, there's college football. During basketball season, there's college basketball. There's even pro sports, baseball, things like that. It all just depends on what's scheduled and what they have the rights to. And they have the rights to a lot of stuff because pretty much anything that ESPN is aligned with that isn't already set up with some kind of a specific contract is going to be on there. You see Toledo versus Ball State. There's a lot of actual football there. This is the college football at night. So you've got all this stuff available, and it's free. It's just part of having ESPN in general. You might have noticed that ESPN3 was integrated into the Watch ESPN app, for instance. But what you've got here is the only TV service that integrates ESPN3 into its actual normal bracketing. Because, I mean, here's regular ESPN. It looks the same, see? Schedule. There's no real difference. When it's live, it'll tell you. And that's how ESPN3 works. A great example of the power of ESPN3 is week 1 of college football. I was checking out scores. I was watching a game, and little alerts kept coming up about Oklahoma versus Houston. I tried to find the game on TV, and it wasn't on ESPN, it wasn't on ESPN2, it wasn't on ESPNU. I couldn't find it anywhere. But it happened that it was on an ABC affiliate outside of my region, and ESPN3 was carrying it. So that's a really helpful thing. Like, if you love college football, you'll notice. If you're in the Northeast, they'll be like, okay, tune in this week for Michigan versus Ohio State. But what if Florida State and Clemson are playing and you happen to be from the Southeast? You want to watch that game, but you're stuck with the Michigan-Ohio State game. You can watch it on ESPN3. And so that's really helpful. It's also cool to see basketball games that wouldn't be on TV, college baseball, pro baseball. There's a lot to offer. So that's ESPN3 on Sling television. I hope you found that helpful. And remember, no sign-in once you're in Sling. It's all set. There's no problem with the cable passwords or anything. It's just there in the grid. ESPN is available on Sling's $20 package. So sign up and enjoy. I'm Ryan Downey, the Streaming Advisor. Stream on, my friends.